Good evening. On behalf of the governing body of the City of Passaic, we welcome you to the April 14th, 2026 City Council meeting. In accordance with Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, adequate notice of this meeting was provided by resolution of the Municipal Council adopted on June 17th, 2025, setting forth the schedule of meetings for the year 2025-2026. Said notice was published and posted on the City Hall Bulletin Board by the Office of the City Clerk. Please be further advised this meeting will be conducted in person. The Zoom stream provided is for viewing only and is offered to the public as a convenience. On March 18th, 2026, public notice and Zoom instructions for this meeting were posted on the City of Passaic website at www.cityofpassaic.com. Council agendas.
Roll call, please, ma'am.
Councilman Monk.
Present.
Councilman Love.
Present.
Councilwoman Mello.
Present.
Councilman Mayor.
Present.
Councilman Garcia.
Present.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Present.
And Council President Scheer.
President Sherrill, please rise.
Father God, we want to thank you, Lord, for allowing us to meet this evening. Father, we ask you to please guide us in the decisions that will take place this evening. In your beloved name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have a copy of an agenda, they're located directly outside council chambers. Also, the agenda for tonight's meeting and all supportive documents are posted on the city's website. We invite you to review the website. You'll be receiving all of the information from that website that the council, in fact, has received from the administration. We are on Roman numeral 4 of our agenda, minutes of the August 5 and September 2nd meetings. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes presented by the clerk? Seeing none, is there a motion, please, to accept the minutes?
Move it. Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please, on the minutes.
Councilman Monk.
Yes.
Councilman Love.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello.
Yes.
Councilman Mayor.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Yes.
And Council President Scheer.
Yes, thank you. We're up to hearing of citizens. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and JSA 10:4-1 et sec, the council opens every public meeting for comments of the public. However, in accordance with NJSA 10:4-12, nothing in this act shall be construed to limit the discretion of a public body to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation at any meeting. Therefore, please be advised that the council will not entertain any comments from persons who communicate obscene material, make statements which are considered bias intimidation, in which a person intends to intimidate an individual or group because of race, color, religion, gender, handicap, sexual orientation, or ethnicity, or makes comments intending to harass or speak any offensive language. The person who makes these statements will relinquish their allotted 5 minutes for public discussion. Is there anyone who would like to address the council?
Seeing no hands, I move to close. Second.
There's a motion, there's a second to close. Roll call?
Councilman Monk.
Yes.
Councilman Love.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello.
Yes.
Councilman Mayor.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Yes.
And Council President Scheer.
Yes, thank you. The administration has asked us to note a change in the ordinances for second and final reading.
For introduction, sir.
For introduction to May 5? Introduction to May 5. For all three ordinances as noted, amending the designation of restricted parking, amending the East Side redevelopment plan, and employee regulations. Is there any objection from members of the council? Very good. If we could go to ordinances, Roman numeral 6 on our agenda, ordinances for second and final reading. Number 1, proposed ordinance 2521-26, an ordinance amending the designation of restricted parking disabled persons by New Jersey license plate number. Is there a motion, please, to open?
What? Second.
Motion and second to open public discussion. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk.
Yes.
Councilman Love.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello.
Yes.
Councilman Mayor.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Yes.
And Council President Scheer.
Yes, thank you. On the ordinance, is there a maker, please?
Move it.
Excuse me. Did someone wish to speak?
Yes, I do.
Council President.
I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry, Councilman, I didn't see your light.
Okay.
Please.
No, I didn't put it on, and I apologize. I just want for clarity, what is the difference between the one we moved to May 5th and this one?
Councilman, I'm going to, we voted on 6?
No, we just opened the public portion. for
Okay,
item number
Councilman,
one.
I need you on the ordinance and we can come back.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, we opened up public hearing.
Mhm.
Is there anyone who would like to address the council, please? On this item and this item only? Seeing none, is there a motion to close?
Move it.
Motion and second to close. Roll call to close.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman
Yes.
Love? Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colón Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Shear.
Yes, thank you. Councilman?
Yeah, I'm just looking for clarity, the difference between the one we moved from May 5th and the one we just, closed public portion.
No, it's the ordinances for introduction. We're going to set the second and final hearing for the meeting of May 5th instead of April 23rd.
Same idea.
The only change, Councilman, is the date for,
Thank you.
any other questions? If not, we're up to communication.
I'm sorry, sir, we need to adopt item number one.
Is there a motion, please, to adopt? Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colón Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Shear.
Yes, thank you. We're on communication, Roman numeral 7 on our agenda, items 2 through 11. Are there any questions on 2 through 11? Seeing none at this time, is there a motion, please, to accept items 2, 3, and 5 through 11?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colón Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Shear.
Yes, thank you. On item 4 alone, is there a motion, please, to accept?
Motion. Move. Second.
Motion and second. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colón Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Shear.
Yes, thank you. All items listed here under considered to be routine in nature, items 12 through 19. Are there any questions, please, on 12 through 18? Seeing none at this time, is there a motion, please, to accept items 12 to 18?
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colón Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Shear.
Yes, thank you. On 19 alone, please, is there a motion, please, to accept?
Move it.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilman
19.
Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colón Montañez?
Abstain.
And Council President Shear.
Yes, thank you. Roman numeral 8 on our agenda. Resolution number 20 authorizes closed executive session. Susie, do we need closed
No,
executive?
Council President.
Mr. Fernandez?
No, Council President.
Mr. Mayor, sir?
None at this time.
Thank you, sir. Members of the council? Very good. If we could start, please, on items 21 through 39. Are there any questions, please, on 21 through 39? Councilman Monk, is that you?
Yes, thank you, yes. Yeah, I just have a few questions. First, I'll start with 22. Can you just get some clarity on what this contract is doing? It seems like, when I read through it, they're doing an analysis of accidents, of road safety. It wasn't clear. It's a lot of money. So get some clarity here.
So this is actually dictated from the US DOT, and this funding and the person you choose from is from their list with this award money. So it's not like when we go ahead and bid it and we get, no, this comes from their list. If we want them to do this analysis, it kind of follows their guidelines, their selection process. And because we had the same questions when I saw the price tag, and that is what the US DOT is paying for this service. If we want it, this is what we have to do.
What is a service?
Okay, let me just, give me 1 second to give it to you. Because I got that from the engineer. But. So it is a comprehensive action plan analyzing the traffic fatalities within the municipality. And the idea is that when this analysis is done, that it would create a vision to reach 0 fatalities in the road. So based on that, the US DOT estimated that the cost would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $400,000. That's why you see that there. So basically the idea is there's this big push for 0 fatalities on the road. So they would analyze, let's say, the intersections with the greatest car accidents and issues and try to repair them. We had done something similar to this several years ago, but it was done through Rutgers. And I don't know if you remember all the repairs they did in the intersections of the parking islands and Monroe Street. Remember when the county came in and did all those curb cuts because people were crossing? So that came from an analysis that Rutgers did on the safety. So this is just a much bigger, right, more encompassing analysis, which would include entries and exit ways into the highways, our local streets, things of that nature. And the whole idea is that what measures would we need to get to this zero fatality on the road? You know, thank goodness we're pretty good on the fatality end, but there's a lot of accidents that if there's anything we could do to avoid them.
I just on this note, there's something that I see in many places. I'm sure my colleagues see that as well, where people park up to a corner. And when you pull out of a street, you don't have the view to see if cars are coming. And this is something which, again, talking about saving lives, something just with our law enforcement, right, the police, right, or the traffic guys, right, who just keep an eye, be told to keep an eye out. People that are parked within 30 feet of a corner, right?
Councilman,
Stop sign.
I'm sorry, if I could ask you to speak up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Something that we could do, we don't have to wait to spend $350,000 on a study to make the city safer. When you have corners, when people park up to a stop sign or up to the corner, it's impossible. You're taking a risk as you inch out, you inch out, you inch out.
Yeah, on the intersections. Especially the busy intersections.
So,
The good thing is that there's a law already against that. We just have to get enforcement, a little maybe heavier enforcement on it. I could tell you that there's a lot of summonses that are being issued for parking. I can attest to that, right, Mayor? You get a lot of calls on that too.
Yes, we had conversations with the chief of police. Obviously, conversations considering the hours of enforcement overnight. We understand where residents may be seeking to find additional parking and maybe closer to the corner. And the council had chose collectively to relook at the amount of feet that you can park from the corner. We actually passed an ordinance on that in line with what the state would allow, but giving a little bit more freedom in parking for the residents. However, with the chief, we have discussed enforcement during daytime hours, which would cause the issue of impeding visibility on turns, especially into oncoming traffic. Obviously, there are certain areas, depending on one way or dead ends, where there may be a little bit more leeway, but we'll revisit that with the chief of police in our next meeting regarding traffic enforcement of individuals parked too close to the corner that would impede visibility and cause a public safety concern, whether with other vehicles or pedestrians.
especially,
Councilman, may I-
especially.
just a moment.
I'm sorry, yeah.
If I may, could I ask for a little bit more clarity in what you said, Mr. Fernandez? A car may park how close? Based on resolutions that we had done in the past.
Yeah, so it was, as the mayor was stating, it was done on a, more for the overnight parking.
Right.
For when people are getting home at night, that there was a reduced distance from the corner. Obviously, there's main thoroughfares, which our ordinance didn't change, but the ones that are on local streets overnight, you were allowed to park a little bit closer to the corner than you were previously. And I want to say 15 feet seems to be the number that I remember.
What happened was we were
overnight.
enforcing a number of feet that we were able to reduce according to state laws. So we decided to bring that a little bit closer to where you can park to the corner overnight in order to provide for additional parking, Council President. But in the daytime, there is enforcement of any cars that would impede visibility by parking or encroaching upon the corner where you could turn. Obviously, if you're trying to turn on a corner and a vehicle is parked there and you cannot see oncoming traffic or where you're turning into, you can get into an accident. So we may need to tighten that up. But as of right now, we received quite a lot of compliments after making that change, because overnight people were getting ticketed all over the city for parking too close to the corner where, of course, there wasn't a lot of traffic. So it didn't seem practical. So we saw what was the minimum amount of feet, or rather say that the maximum amount of feet that we were required to enforce from the corner where you could park. I believe the business administrator is correct. I think we were allowed to do up to 15 feet. And we presented it before the council, and the council voted to support that, and we were able to change that. But we will enforce or step up enforcement efforts around the city with the parking of the corners.
Yeah, I mean, especially coming to the summer months where there's so many children walking, it just makes it so much more.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you on clarity on 22. Regarding 23, I think this would have to also do a little bit with maybe 27, road resurfacing, right? Years ago, the city had either the city's engineer or his outside company did an analysis of all the roads in the city and rated them in terms of, the best to worst. Are we still following that list from back then, or is this list been updated?
No, it's updated. We're following a list, a priority list, but it's completely updated. It gets updated. I would say,
No, we recently sent out DPW and engineering to do it, especially after this
winter season, it changed the whole thing.
Yes. So it gets updated every year.
Yeah, and there was a program the mayor wanted us to look into that we did purchase. The council approved it a couple meetings ago, and it's a tool that you put on, let's say, a phone device, and it goes on the DPW trucks. And as you're just driving normal business, you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is turn on the phone. It analyzes and ranks your roads for you.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, it was unbelievable so we're in the process right now of mounting those devices on all the DPW supervisor trucks. And we hope to get reports shortly of that rating of all our roads, so that, it even makes applications for the DOT a lot easier, because we have this analytical tool that we can provide.
Now, the life of a road repair is typically, council, about 10 years. When you pave, when you mill, when you fix a road. Obviously, when there's road repairs, whether from the utility companies or if there's a sewer line that breaks, that can result in issues in the road, and then we have to readdress whether patches or snowstorm, a very difficult season that creates a lot of potholes. But for the most part, it's about 10 years that a road repair will last. And we tend to update every year just to go around to see after the winter, for the spring, to get reports from our engineers how our roads are doing, so that when we select roads, when we discuss them with the council, we prioritize appropriately according to need.
Right. And I would assume that after the winter now, I guess DPW has been filling potholes.
Yes. So I want to take this opportunity to highlight our new director of DPW, Wilfredo Baez. Over the last few weeks, you will have seen a real change in our city, not only with the curbs being painted, with new cleanup initiatives in the entrances and exits to the city on Route 21, but a stepped up effort to fill in potholes. Now, of course, there are certain circumstances that need to be considered. We don't fill potholes in the winter because of the cold temperature. They tend to pop right out. Then in the spring, we've had some conducive temperature and weather, so we've been able to fill a lot of potholes. You're also going to see that we ordered some more of the removable speed bumps for the street humps that we're putting around the city in order to address speed issues around the city. And we're really excited about the new efforts in DPW and some of the technology that are being incorporated and enforced under the leadership of the director. So we're extremely excited as to the direction.
And how about attention to county roads? Do we give notice to the county when there's issues, potholes on the
We do.
roads?
Like most recently, not only potholes, we identified on Paulson Avenue that there was a portion of the county road that they kept skipping. For whatever reason, maybe detail was being missed on the county. We had our engineer reach out to them in our latest report and explain, you keep paving up to the border of Clifton, skipping 6-7 blocks of Passaic and paving again. We've addressed the potholes there. I think our biggest challenge for the council to be made aware of recently has been the utility companies. The fact that they've been doing work in the city, they've been patching, they've been obviously addressing, you'll see those sort of rectangle patches that they do. And we have an agreement with them, especially to the extent that they're working significantly on the road, that it has to be curb to curb. Now, getting them to come back and pave after we've worked on a street, I think the business administrator confirmed, if we fix the road and you do work afterwards, unless it's emergency or extenuating circumstances, you have to pave it from curb to curb where you did the work. That's been a bigger challenge, getting the utility companies to come back.
They seem to have it figured out that like a few months after they patch it, that it drops 2 inches or 3 inches. You know what I'm saying?
The best patch I've never seen.
But the challenge is when they do half of the road and it leaves sort of that divide in the middle, and then over time, whether tractor trailers or trucks, it begins to open up, spread, and become potholes. But we've been pushing very hard on them to notify us. Communication becomes key with our engineering, because if we can coordinate, and then we don't have to, and I don't want to use the word waste, but we want to maximize the use of the funding that we have in fixing roads. So we know you're going to do repairs in May, we'll put off the fixing of that road until August. So that's why communication becomes key, whether with PSNG, the Water Commission. But we cannot account for emergencies because we don't know when they're coming.
Yeah.
And another thing we do at the mayor's direction is we try to, if they're going to do like half a road, right, we may negotiate where we'll do the full road and then they'll do a full road. They'll do the full road somewhere else, so that we're getting a full road instead of that line down the middle of the road. They only did half the road and not the other half.
But throughout this month, throughout the month of May, you'll see our patch crew going around and filling up all of the potholes.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. On resolution 24, if we could get some understanding of what we're doing for $1.3 million on this plaza deck.
Yeah, so this is the NJEDA, let's call it the remaining COVID funds they had. And this is the $5.7 million that is going to have multiple plazas and 2 affordable housing projects, small affordable housing projects that are going to be used to offset what the city's coming out of pocket. So we're using the total. And the reason I know it says plaza deck, I'm telling you the whole story so you understand where it's coming from, right? So that the city doesn't have to come out of pocket. We're using private funds from those developments as our match, and this would do the plaza deck where it's going to be different pavers and seating areas, passive recreation, to kind of help people congregate in open air. So that was kind of one of the things that were required under this NJEDA grant, and this is one of like 4 projects that we're using, which is all plaza deck type.
Plaza deck means you're going to see whole complex? That's right.
Yeah, so let's think, all right, so for this, what's anticipated, let's say conceptually, right, would be that where the flagpole is, where all the trees and the things are, and the benches, right, that would all be removed. And it would be new pavers, a new flagpole, new stage area for flag raisings and for ceremonies instead of using those 2 steps we currently use. Putting benches and different aesthetic landscaping and lighting throughout it to give it a different feel and make it more conducive for public space.
These funds are the COVID leftover?
Yeah, NJ for the state. It's a state. They grabbed whatever monies they had, put it into a program, and they tied a lot of these. They tied affordable housing and they tied outdoor passive recreation areas, and that's kind of what we've done. This is you're going to see a few more of these. before the project is done?
To give a little bit of clarity as to why we chose the plaza deck, I think over the last year, you will have noticed as you park the car in the council parking for the meetings, that there was a significant portion of the walkway that the bushes and the dirt were removed and cement was placed there. Gives it a cleaner look, but there was also a practical purpose. For the last few years, we unfortunately found the area to attract individuals who had nowhere else to go overnight. And not only were they staying behind the bushes, but relieving themselves there to the extent that they had to, in any way that they wanted to. Some of these small changes, again, as the business administrator articulated, make it more conducive for cultural and community events that rightfully take place at City Hall, while at the same time, with the additional lighting, very bright spotlights, and a little bit of changes in terms of the steps and areas, make it less conducive for individuals to stay there in hours that we would not expect people to stay there. If that makes sense to everyone, to be more direct.
And what it does as well is it ties the parking deck and the new bus terminal, right? The $5 million bus terminal from Transit. It's kind of that connection between the commuter getting to the car and coming, right? And then City Hall and all the activities in City Hall. So the state was very excited when we submitted that as one of the projects.
Thank you. Thank you. My last question is, Resolution 28 is appointing Director of Human Services. Is there a resume that goes along with this resolution?
There was none included in the packet.
I'm sorry?
There was none. We had spoken about this, Mr. Fernandez.
Understood. So fortunately, we have the individual here, Maciel Sanabria, who used to run the McKinney-Vento program for 6 counties. The McKinney-Vento program is the program that assists families and children who find themselves homeless due to fires, students in schools. She has quite an extensive background in running human services over 6 different counties. She's actually present right here. She has been running our human services and doing an excellent job. Obviously, for the council, we can provide copies of her resume, which was vetted through our human resources department. And if you want to ask her any questions, she came present, ready to respond to any questions that the council may have.
Thank you.
I think for many of us that, number one, welcome and congratulations. Having said that, it would be helpful to the council, I think, if we could have a few moments to study the resume, perhaps if it could be put in the next.
We'll definitely add the resume for the next council.
That would be great.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you. Thank you.
Councilwoman Mello, please.
Thank you, Councilman Monk, because the ones I actually circled, you were at, yes, you did,
Councilwoman,
but.
if I may, we may have forgotten to say, Marcia is also our relocation officer. Over the last few months, she's also been going out at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning for fires. She's been the one making sure that families have a place to relocate, working with the Red Cross. So we need to add that as well. We'll share that information.
Thank you.
Yes. So welcome, Marcia. And yes, she's been around for over 9 months.
Yes.
So we've met her and she's doing an excellent job. So for 22, the areas that are going to be selected, is that something that the city does or they impose on which areas are going to be selected for this?
So it's going to be selected based on the danger of the intersection. So that's what's going to be prioritized. So the areas with the most accidents or pedestrian struck by motor vehicles, things of that nature. And then, they'll pare it down into those that are the highest risk. But it's a full analysis. So my anticipation that we're going to get for that price, I'm hoping 99.9% of every intersection in the entire city is going to get an analysis, and then they'll give us which ones are the most critical. Yeah.
And what exactly are they going to provide aside of
So basically, what we're anticipating is a list of the concerns. Maybe it's the angle of the crosswalk, maybe it's the width of the road, maybe it's, the parking aisle, right? And then once that's done, then they'll start giving us responses to those, as in, changing this curbing or doing these. Usually what they do is they give you a list of items that start from good to best, and then you can choose financially how you can address them, and obviously going from the most critical ones first. So you'll get, maybe you'll get in one of them, it'll be like a calming table. Maybe they'll tell the mayor to grab one of those portable speed humps and put it there, and that resolves the issue, right? So I wish I could tell you with certainty what they're all going to have, but there's going to be significant amount of kind of analysis and then recommendations that'll come with each one of those. I'm sure there'll be, like, if these are like any other reports, it'll be a generic page with like all the items that you could do, and then it'll pare it down to the intersections, and which one of those would be the best served in that intersection.
Thank you.
If I may, having just asked you to get us a resume on the young lady, if I could just have a practical question, if you wouldn't mind, in terms of Mr. Baez. Congratulations. Will Mr. Baez be maintaining his responsibilities to the UEZ, or is this?
As the DMC, head of DMC, yes.
Yes.
As the head of the Downtown Merchants Corporation, fortunately, quite a while back, we merged the two into DPW. Everyone is operating from there. So there's a natural or symbiotic relationship directly with the DPW, and a number of them who operate under his leadership actually operate outside of the UEZ zone as well.
Great, thank you.
We also, since you brought that up, we also have with us Horace Tyler Jr., who is our new director of the Passaic Alliance. He is here with us and present for the meeting. Quite a few directors.
Are there additional questions, please, on items 21 through 39? Seeing none at this time, is there a motion, please, to accept items 21 through 39?
Second.
Motion and second, roll call, please.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. We're up to ordinances for introduction and first reading. Amendment 9. Number 40, please. An ordinance proposed ordinance amending the designation of restricted parking for disabled persons by New Jersey license plate number. Is there a motion to accept for second and final reading at our meeting of
May 5th.
May 5th? Is there a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Motion and second.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Number 41, proposed ordinance amending the East Side redevelopment plan for property identified on the official tax map of the city of Passaic as Block 1036, lots 1 and 8, corresponding to 1 Market Street in the city of Passaic. Is there a motion, please, to accept for set down for second and final reading at our meeting of May 5?
Move it.
Second.
Councilman Monk?
That's a question.
I'll take the question.
Thank you. How many units are being proposed?
So it's about
490. Oh, I got it. Yes, it's 70 affordable, 80% below 8%, 20 up to 60%. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes. Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez?
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. 42, please. Proposed ordinance amending Chapter 128, employer regulations, to add Article 2, worker payment protection and anti-coercion. Is there a motion, please, to approve and set down for second reading at
So
the meeting
moved.
of May 5? There's a motion. Is there a
Second.
motion and second? Roll call, please.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Love?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello?
Yes.
Councilman Mayor?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Payment of bills, Roman numeral 10 on our agenda. Are there any additions or corrections to the bill list, please? Seeing no lights at this time, is there a motion, please, to accept the bills?
So moved.
Motion?
Second.
And second. Roll call.
Councilman Monk.
Yes.
Councilman Love.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello.
Yes.
Councilman Mayor.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez.
Yes.
And Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. Administrators report, Mr. Fernandez.
None at this time, Council President.
Very good. Thank you. So, Mr. Mayor.
Sure. Here, obviously, we discussed the addition of Mr. Horace Tyler and the new role that Mr. Wilfredo Baez had. We also have here with us Mr. Luis Fucal, who is recently back from the Navy Academy, graduated from the Navy Academy. He works with our Passaic Police Department as a representative of our department, overseeing the security at our housing, Aspen Place, 6th Street, and otherwise. We're extremely excited to have him with us, and congratulations on your graduation of the academy. Today, you may see me and the business administrator are dressed a little more casual than usual. We went to the parks and did our annual inspection of the parks. We actually tested out the basketball courts and the rims. Apparently, the basketball rim was straight for his shooting. I kept insisting they felt crooked and off as I was shooting. He said it's not the court or the rim. We're still debating on that, but we were identifying which parks were in need of repairs and investment. And I want to share that as we went to Shoshenko Park, and I was looking at the different areas, we ran into over, I would say, 30 young ladies from one of the nearby schools, all gathered there on their break. And we got to invite them to give us suggestions for the park, what they thought that we should put there, how we should change it, what would make it more conducive for children of their age group. They range from between 8 years old and up to 13 years old, but it was a wonderful exchange. I explained that I would share a little with the council their opinions. Some of their suggestions there ranged from pickleball to a potential volleyball court with sand, sort of a beach volleyball, and many other, maybe a spray pad. We're looking to invest in our parks as we've continued to do so. Also, I want to thank the council for the consideration on ordinance number 42, which along with the attorney, I describe as the protection for the little guy. The protection for the little guy. I want to thank the council for considering it and for having discussions. I really wanted to look at it as we have identified a minor gap in protecting a group of individuals that often get taken advantage of in providing service or labor. What can occur at times, and I'll give you a few examples, if let's say you invite or contract individuals, 2 or 3, to do landscaping at your home, and for whatever reason you decide you don't want to pay them. You may have identified something. Perhaps they're not registered in the city, so you call the city on them to try to avoid payment. What this ordinance does is that individual or those groups are still accountable. They may still get fines. However, you still have to pay for the services, because if you don't, that is theft of service, and you're not allowed to do that. And whereas corporations or greater groups may be protected, there is a number of individuals within our state that are not. And unfortunately, that could result very much so in people being taken advantage of, vulnerable individuals who work extremely hard and are getting cheated out of their pay. It is a principle that this nation has always stood strong on: a hard day's work for a fair wage. We believe that with our unions. We believe that as the American way, that people should get paid for the work they do, regardless of circumstances. And if individuals look to take advantage of others for the work they do, whether that be landscaping, construction, or any service, I mean, imagine if you would allow that you walked into a restaurant and you ordered a meal, a nice meal, and the bill comes and you, for whatever reason, identify that the cook doesn't have a right to work here, and the waiter doesn't have a right to work here, so you report him. That does not exempt you from having to pay for the bill. You ate the food. You understood when you came in that there was a cost to that food. You don't get to decide because you somehow went after the people that served it or the people who prepared it. You don't have to pay for the food that you ate. This gives the city the opportunity to protect those individuals. It brings up a lot of conversation that we hope will inspire the state to follow suit and to ensure that we are protecting all individuals, no matter their circumstances, no matter their status. If you do the work, you do it right, you deserve to be paid for the work that you do. So I thank you for your support on this, and we look forward to having more conversations, and we welcome any questions. Also, I'm going to ask the BA if you can please pass the resume from Ms. Maciel to each of the council members. There are 7 resumes there provided with the new Director of Human Services and an additional one for the clerk for your record. Each of you may take this home, obviously, if you need to peruse.
If I may,
Yes.
also, as per regulation, if we could also have a resume of Mr. Baez.
Well, that would come on the official appointment. He is just.
I believe
yes.
there is a process where the council has formal consultation.
Yeah, he hasn't been formally. Ms. Maciel is, so that's why it's on the agenda. Mr. Baez, it would be added when he would be placed on the agenda.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Again, Ms. Maciel is available for any questions.
Thank you so much. Anything else for our evening together? Having completed our agenda, is there a motion to
Move it, Council President. Close.
close?
Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Love,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mello,
Yes.
Councilman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilwoman Colon Montañez, and Council President Scher.
Yes, thank you. As everyone may or may not know, Weatherly just recently passed her CMC. Could you explain what that is, ma'am?
It's a designation from the International Clerks Association that I just continued my education past the registered point. Being registered.
Congratulations.
Good job.
An excellent.
Thank you. I also signed up for the Masters for Municipal Clerk, so
Good job.
I will pass on the bill.
The buck stops there.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, they actually did the certified public managers course together.
Yes.
She got a better grade than me.
You had a lot going on. You had a lot of.
I sat next to her, so I got a lot of the same answers. I just couldn't see completely over her shoulders. So it worked out perfectly.
We are adjourned.